On behalf of the FIA, I am deeply honored to accept this year's Institutional Appreciation Award from the Blockchain Association of Uganda. This recognition is a testament to our commitment to fostering a secure and transparent financial landscape in Uganda, especially as we navigate the evolving landscape of digital assets and blockchain technology. The FIA is currently at the tail end of conducting a comprehensive risk assessment on virtual assets, a critical step in identifying and addressing vulnerabilities within our financial system. This assessment is part of our broader strategy to ensure that Uganda's financial sector remains resilient and prepared to meet the challenges posed by emerging technologies such as blockchain. We have also established a virtual asset working group to address these risks, to develop policies and create an enabling environment instrumental in guiding our approach to balancing the innovative potential of blockchain technology with the need for security and compliance in financial transactions. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Blockchain Association of Uganda for this honor and for being a vital partner in our shared journey. As we move forward, we are committed to deepening our collaboration, ensuring that Uganda remains at the forefront of innovation in a secure and compliant manner. Thank you once again for this prestigious award.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more time for FIA. Now, if you'll direct your attention to the screen, we have a message from the founding president of the Blockchain Association of Uganda, Mr. Kwame Rugunda.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today and share some thoughts chairperson of the Blockchain Association as the outgoing chairperson of the Blockchain Association. So my name is Kwame Rugunda, and I was the founding chairman of the association. And I was asked by the team organizing the Blockchain Summit to share some thoughts. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the new team once again, Chairman Reginald and his team, Edlin, Daniel, Sule, and the entire new team. I'd like to thank you for taking leadership at the association, but also for organizing this Kampala Blockchain Summit. There's maybe about 3 things that I can say as the summit winds up. First of all, it's to thank all those who have been involved in organizing the summit. I'd like to thank the Blockchain Association itself, the partners, and all the stakeholders who've been involved in organizing the summit. I also know that there's been an army of young people who've been running around and coordinating to make sure that the finer details of this summit happen. You know yourselves. And so I'd just like to say thank you. You know, it is through these partnerships and collaborations, not just that we organize events that are successful, but also that our young innovation sector in Uganda will begin to thrive. So firstly, let me say thank you to everyone. Secondly, an important question that we ought to continuously ask ourselves when we gather together like this is, where do we go from here? These types of gatherings, these types of events are not talk shops. So we're not gathered here to just talk. But what we together carry is that great responsibility of translating all these things that we've been learning, all these things that we've been discussing into action. So the ultimate test of our seriousness on all the matters we've been discussing is the action that we take on what we have learned. So that is the most important thing that I'd like to leave with yourselves. Yes, a lot has been learned. Yes, a lot has been discussed. But then what? Take action in our various portfolios, our various responsibilities, because that is the ultimate test of our seriousness. Thirdly, the idea of a better Uganda is what I also want to talk about. You know, the government has, over the last few weeks and months, been talking about an ambitious aspiration to grow our economy from about 50 billion now to about 500 billion over the next 10 years, because the goal is 2040. And that ambitious aspiration is hinged on about 4 pillars. one of which is technology and innovation. The others are agro industrialization, tourism, and then mining. But then innovation and technology is key, is the fourth of those pillars. So at the core of our country's aspirations to grow the economy tenfold is a successful digital economy. And as practitioners, yourselves in this room, all of us as practitioners of emerging technologies like blockchain, like artificial intelligence, big data, robotics, and the rest, you are the drivers of the digital economy that Uganda is talking about. So it is us as practitioners in Uganda to usher our nation into the digital economy in policy, in practice, in investment, and in all the facets and faces in this digital economy. So I'd like to encourage all of us to keep on working, to keep on building, to keep on investing, keep on networking like we're doing here. Let us keep on, because we are the ones to usher Uganda into the digital economy. I'd like to congratulate everyone once again for a successful Kampala Blockchain Summit, and to thank the team at the helm for the sweat, the hard work in pulling off this successful event. I wish you all the best, and keep on keeping on. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today and share some thoughts as the outgoing chairperson of the Blockchain Association. So my name is Kwame Rugunda, and I was the founding chairman of the association.
Blockchain is a digital ledger where transactions are recorded across
LinkedIn platform. Yeah, so they always say it could either be a blessing or a curse to speak last, and it's quite difficult to replicate or say whatever the founding partner, founding president, of the Blockchain Association has mentioned, Mr. Kwame Rugunda. But nonetheless, I would like to reiterate the fact that the day started off quite slow. It was rainy in the morning. I think the room was 20% filled, but at some point we had the entire room filled up and was 100%. And if I look around, I see we have approximately 80% of you here. So you can give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. So I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our hosts, Endiro. They've been quite well organized. Gloria and her team have done an exceptional job, and we can thank them as well. Secondly, the BSV blockchain has been supporting the association right from the start, and we take this opportunity to thank you as well. You've done quite an amazing job, and I think my key takeaway is that they offer some services free of charge. When Thomas was delivering his speech here, I think he forgot to mention that again, so I'll just go ahead and emphasize it. So as developers and entrepreneurs, you have the chance to use their services in terms of developing payment gateways. I'm not that savvy when it comes to blockchain, but I think that addresses it quite well. So you can come up with payment solutions for your businesses, and it's at no cost. So just go ahead and give it a try. Thirdly, we have also Capital Savvy, Mr. Reginald Tusime and his team, who have backed this event as well. And lastly, the other sponsor of the event, of course, is the CFA Society. The CFA Society East Africa, the mission of the CFA Society East Africa is literally just to ensure that we enhance our investment knowledge and financial development within the East African region. There are a couple of CFAs in the room. Patrick, I sat next to him this morning and he was so excited to know that I'm a CFA as well. Eska, my colleague, and Edwin, if your hand is up. So there are 250 CFAs in East Africa. Uganda has, I think, approximately 50. So the people you see there, literally one CFA charter holder in Uganda represents 1 million of the Ugandan population. So you can give us a round of applause as well. In terms of the summary of what we discussed today, we kicked off the day in the morning, for those who aren't here, with Reginald opening the conference, if I may say. And I think the key takeaway there was that Africa has a very young population, and we need to use all the tools and knowledge that's available to us to be able to unlock opportunities in Africa. And my friend, sorry, I forgot your name? Michael, yeah. Michael mentioned that he was intimidated by the word blockchain. Is there anyone else who's still intimidated by the word blockchain? No one. So I believe everyone now has a better understanding of what blockchain entails. I myself as well, initially thought blockchain, there was only one blockchain for starters, and that blockchain was the Bitcoin blockchain. And I had the privilege to also trade on it, I think sometime in 2016, 2017, if Eska can remember, when we were trying to make some money from speculative assets. I did well. She exited quite early, but some of us who stayed in made a killing for ourselves. But from the discussions we have had today, I've got to learn that there is also Ethereum, we have Solana, and then BSV blockchain. And surprisingly is that BSV blockchain actually offers the best entrepreneur infrastructure for people like you and us. So again, I would like to iterate that please go ahead and give it a try. There's a lot of educational information that can be got from their website. So by now you should be trying to bookmark that page and go ahead and learn quite a lot from them. We then moved on to having presentations from Kit Pesa. We had Jewava, Jonathan Kasule, and Mr. Bolo. Please excuse me, I failed to learn how to pronounce his surname. So you excuse me, nobody knows. Okay, he has asked me to give it a try. Krueski, something like Krusheski. Yeah. Then from there, we had a presentation from Olivier Fines, is from the CFA Institute based in London. He took us through the regulatory challenges, ideally from the international level. And I think the key takeaway was that there's a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of having international regulations that are going to harmonize or to match cross-jurisdictional nature of the digital transformation. So there's some work to be done there. And I think we had also a presentation from Mr. Angus Brown. It was a case study as well, just like Kit Pesa, on a successful business that has provided payment solutions for Ugandans based in South Africa. Without mentioning the word blockchain, they were able to use that platform on the back end to just offer simple solutions, and that's what the entire conference has been about. Then we moved from there and had also a local perspective in terms of the regulations here in Uganda. And just like Reginald had mentioned, it got a little bit heated in terms of who is doing what and where. But I think there was clarity given that the regulators are more or less interested, for starters, to ensure that the platform, the blockchain platform through which various products can be developed, is being encouraged a lot. And for the products is where the issue is. So in terms of risk, some of these products that are being developed by the innovators are quite risky. However, they're quite open to having discussions in how to address those risks. So it doesn't stop you from being innovative. Then we moved from there and had what Alexander called it the creative economy, and said it's at least addresses your passion in terms of innovation. And the key takeaway was that the market you can leverage on the blockchain platform to have a global market access at lower costs. And that was followed by a poem by Irene Mutuzo. I think she did so well. She could give her another round of applause. We then moved to the role of academia, and it was moderated by Damali Sali. And I think what could have been noted from the discussion is that there is a knowledge gap in relation to research that is being done on blockchain. So again, BSV blockchain, I think, facilitates or sponsors research on blockchain. So again, it's free. Please make sure you use that platform as well. We then had the need for the private sector and government to collaborate, and it was the fireside chat conducted by David Bonahasa and Mr. Peter Ben-Hur. Key takeaways from there is how Peter is being innovative in terms of using renewable energy to mine cryptocurrencies, while David actually mentioned that there is a lot that needs to be done in terms of investments in blockchain. However much there has been growth in investments in Uganda. And I remember when I started off my career in corporate finance or investment banking, on average, you'd find that was in 2012, give or take in 2012, yeah. For about 3-4 years, you'd have only one deal in terms of private equity mergers and acquisition being announced in the market. But right now, on average, you'd have 10 to 15 deals being announced in the Ugandan market, which, however much it's slow growth, it's growth nonetheless. Then we had, of course, the launch of the second edition of the blockchain program. I think Edwin mentioned that the first cohort had 50 students and or 50 entrepreneurs, if I may say, and they're looking at ensuring that that number grows given the success of this conference. We had the award ceremony, and of course the remarks from the former president of the association. So with that, I would like to conclude the event and let you go and enjoy your Friday. Thank you.
One more time for George Jato. Team, thank you so much, sir. That's a wrap up. I feel like you and me, I don't have to add anything after that.
You can get some beers.
Okay. Don't say that when I'm on the microphone, if you first can't sit down. Okay, thank you very much. I have not done this job alone today. I've had the ultimate moral support, but it's only right that the moral support gets to say something, so he gets to have the last word. Please help me welcome the summit coordinator, Awel Uwihanganye.
Thank you so much. So I was shadowing our MC, who I think has done such an excellent job. When he started off and he thought I would come in to supplement, he was doing so well that I didn't want to risk my title for coordinating next year. And so I said, no, you just go ahead. But thank you so much, Julian. I think you've done such a great job in guiding the conversation, keeping all of us focused on the issues through the whole day. That's not an easy feat. So well done, and thank you so much for that. So friends, colleagues, partners, and everybody, thank you for honoring this invitation from the Blockchain Association. Thank you for everybody, all your insights, all your contributions to the conversations, and most importantly, I think for the knowledge people shared with us, the knowledge, the panelists, the speakers, and the moderators. We're really great. This is such a complex subject to have a conversation around. I think we have all of you, the experts who are here telling us, but a whole lot of us really, we're looking to these conversations, to these technologies, to see how we can really speed up the development process in our continent, Africa, in making sure our processes are more efficient and more smooth, that we're delivering services to the ordinary people. The challenges we face vis-a-vis the rest of the world are not comparable. So for us, these conversations cannot just be like very fancy conversations about how technology is driving the world and all that stuff. Technology must change the lives of people. And so blockchain technology, which still really feels very complex and sophisticated, you know, if it's not solving the issues of the ordinary people, improving our efficiencies, improving our democracy and our participation and our financial accountabilities and all that, then it's not serving our interests. So it cannot just be for the sake of facilitating business. It must improve our conditions of the people on the continent. So, having said that, I just wanted to say that the Blockchain Association, through the president, I want to congratulate you, Reggie, for your leadership, for setting this vision. I think the success we see today is to your vision, and of course to the team. I think the term for the executive is off to a good start. And so we're very privileged to associate. I'm personally privileged to associate as the summit coordinator. I just really want to take the opportunity to thank the team of people who have really made this experience what you have experienced today. You know, there's a whole lot of young people who were serving us coffees and food, so from Endiro. So thank you guys who are in the background. Those who helped us to do the registration when we were coming in. There's a whole media team who did the production and all the, you know, the information that's been going out. So thank you guys for all the work that you have put in. But most importantly, again, for you guys who made time to prepare and to come and facilitate and share knowledge with all of us. So we're really grateful for your time. So lastly, I'll just say that the Blockchain Association hosts this event annually. I know there was a disruption through COVID from when the first one was hosted, but through going forward, I think this is going to be an annual event. So we look forward to seeing you in November of 2025. And in this regard, just to once again say a special thanks to BSBV Blockchain for your partnership, for your support, for all the work that the association is trying to do in Uganda in making sure that the majority of us really get to partake in these kind of innovations and facilitating a better economic and social environment for our country. So thank you. Thanks everybody, thanks for making time and thanks for being here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Please grab a coffee on your way out. We have some coffee grounds for you, courtesy of the summit, right at the entrance as you walk out. And for those of you who want to get ahead, Mahiri books in the corner. Crypto Confidential. Don't say I didn't give you Sasi. Thank you, everyone, for coming, and God bless.